to use InstaMojo to sell your products online, then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Correct, and in this video we are going to understand how to add failed InstaMojo payment details in Notion automatically. So here I'm running a skincare brand and we use InstaMojo to sell our products online. So now what I want is that as soon as a new payment gets failed in my InstaMojo account, automatically the details of the failed payment should be added to my Notion so that my sales team can follow up with my potential customer. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between InstaMojo and Notion. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Correct. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. So welcome to my screen everyone, and as you know that in this tutorial I'll show you how to automatically add failed InstaMojo payment details to Notion. So this integration can help you to keep a track of failed transactions in an organized way, helping you to follow up quickly and also resolve the issues and improve your payment process. So let's get started with a really simple example. So as you can see that this is the product Herbal Face Mask, which is I'm selling with the help of InstaMojo. Okay, so let's say that I'm a smart user and I'm trying to purchase this product right over here. So I'm just going to enter my details and click on proceed to pay. And as I'm going to click on proceed to pay, I'm going to enter the card details right over here, and let's say I'm going to purchase this product. So yes, you can see that we're going to wait for a few seconds, and yes, you can see payment failed. So somehow payment got failed, and now what I want is I want that automatically the details of failed payment should be added to my Notion database. And as you can see, the details have been automatically added. You can see the name, smart user, you can see the email, the phone number, and the product name has been automatically added right over here without any manual efforts, right? So if you also wish to create this automation for your business, then you have to watch this video till the end. So what I've done is I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser in order to create a connection between InstaMojo and our Notion, right? So yes, now after opening the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So over here, if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of stars free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And as I'm going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. And as you know, it's InstaMojo and Notion, right? So I'm just going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect's account. And as soon as I'm going to click on access now right over here, it is going to open my dashboard. And after opening my dashboard, over here you can see the button in the top right corner, which is create workflow. So I'm just going to click on this button, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So here you can see that on my dashboard, I've created multiple folders in which I can save my workflows. So if you wish to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here. So I'm just going to save my workflow in this folder, which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to add failed InstaMojo payment details in Notion automatically. InstaMojo to Notion, and then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window for automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So by this you can finally understand that the actions are response to the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as InstaMojo because I want that as soon as the new payment gets failed in my InstaMojo account, automatically this workflow should be triggered, right? So for that, we are just going to search for InstaMojo and then we are going to select InstaMojo V2 right over here. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically, trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So here I want that as soon as a failed payment is made, my workflow should be started. So I'm going to select my trigger event as failed payment. And now it has given me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our InstaMojo account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we're going to do is first we're going to copy this webhook URL and then we're going to follow this help text that it is saying log into your InstaMojo account, create a new page or select an existing one. Navigate to the page settings where you will find the section of entering the webhook URL. Copy the above webhook URL and paste it under the webhook URL provided in the InstaMojo and save it. Okay, we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my InstaMojo account, and after opening this, we have to go to the smart pages. And as you can see, the page I want to create this automation for, which is Herbal Face Mask. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the three dots and then edit page. So I'm going to edit this page, So now from the left side of the bar, we have to go on this page settings. So I'm just going to go on this. And now again from the left side, we have to go on webbook. And as I'm going to come over here to webbook, you can see that this button is switched off. So I'm just going to switch it on right over here. And now it is saying enter a webbook URL. So what we're going to do is we are just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow right over here. And after pasting this URL, it is asking me for the information to be sent. So as you can see that in the help text, it's stated select failed payment from the drop down and click on save. Okay, so what we have to do is I'm going to open my InstaMojo. We're going to open this drop down, and as you can see, failed payment. So we have to select this right over here. And after selecting this, we have to click on this button which says save and update. And again, yes, save and update. And as it's going to do so, yes, you can see smart page herbal face mask edited successfully. So yes, with this, we have successfully added our webbook URL in this page. And now what has happened is we have successfully created a connection between our InstaMojo account, which is the smart page herbal face mask, and our Pabbly Connects workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webbook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webbook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So this test submission means that we have to do a failed payment with the same page which we connected right now with our workflow, right? In order to test our connection and capture this webbook response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my InstaMojo account again. Yes, you can see that this is the page we edited right now. So I'm just going to open this page link, and let's say that we are going to try to purchase this product once again. So now for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo. Last name as user, you can see the email ID. And now for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And after entering this, we are going to move it forward, add delivery information. For the address, I'm going to keep it as this. I'm going to click on proceed to pay right over here. And as I'm going to click on this, yes, you can see it is asking me to select the payment method. So let's say I'm going to select the credit card. We are going to enter the card number, the CVV, and click on pay in 9. And as soon as you're going to click on pay in 9 right over here, we are going to wait for a few seconds. And yes, you can see payment failed. So yes, you can see why did it fail? Maybe incorrect CVV or expiry date or network problem with the payment method, right? But anyhow, it get failed, right? So now what has happened is that InstaMojo has sent the details of this failed payment to our workflow. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of the payment status, which is failure, right? So you can see all the details which we entered. You can see the same address which we entered. We are going to move it forward. You can see the same number which we entered, the phone number, and the email which we entered. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new failed payment is received in my InstaMojo account, automatically Pabbly is going to trigger the workflow and capture the response of the failed payment. Okay, so now further what I want is I want to add failed payment details in Notion, right? So for my action application, we are going to select it as Notion. So I'm going to search for Notion right over here. And as you can see Notion, so we're going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as create database item and click on connect. And as I'm going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Notion account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says connect with Notion. And as soon as we going to click on this button right over here, yes, you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click on select pages and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for some particular pages. You can also select some pages and give Pabbly the permission because your data is secure with Pabbly. Okay, so as you can see over here are all my Notion pages which I have in my account, but I'm going to give the permission only for this page which is failed InstaMojo payment details because I want to create this automation only for this page. Okay, so let's say that I'm going to click on allow access because my data is secure with Pabbly, right? So you can also click on allow. Pabbly is safe again, right? And as you're going to click on allow, yes, you can see authorization successful. So yes, with this we have successfully created a connection between our Notion account and our Pabbly Connects workflow. And now it is asking me to select the database. So as you can see that I've gave permission only for a single database, so it has selected automatically the same, which is failed InstaMojo payment details, right? So I have selected this, and now it is asking me for the product name, the phone number, the email, and the name. So yes, you can see that these are the same details which we have in the columns of our Notion, right? So yes, we're going to enter these details one by one from the response which we received in our InstaMojo. Yes, over here you can see all the details. I'm just going to enter these same details right over here in my Notion, but we are not going to copy paste the details or enter it manually, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Notion as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as it's going to map these details automatically, my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the product name, right? So let's say that we're going to enter the product name by copy pasting it or enter it manually. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is static information and I've entered it manually. But if you're going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to open the previous response and look for the product name, and as you can see, the same. So let's say that we are going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And as it's going to map this product name, yes, with this will definitely change with every new response received. We're going to move it forward. We're going to map the phone number 2. I'm going to look for phone, and as you can see, the same. So we're going to map it. We're going to map the email right over here. I'm going to look for email, and as you can see, the same. So we're going to map it. And now we're going to map the name. So I'm going to look for name, and as you can see, the same. So we're going to map it. So as you can see that we have successfully mapped all of these details, and then we are going to click on this button which says save and send as request. And as it's going to click on this button, yes, you can see that we have successfully received a positive response, that we have successfully added a new database item in our Notion account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Notion and check for the new details added, and yes, you can see the details have been added. You can see the same first name, the email, the phone number, and the product name. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. But now I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is, once again, we are going to open our InstaMojo account, and again we are going to do a test submission with the new details, right? So I'm just going to click on this pay now. Let's see that now I'm going to do the test submission with the name test user. This is the email ID, and now for the phone number I'm going to keep it as this. We are going to add the delivery information, which is this. Okay, we are going to click on proceed to pay right over here, and after clicking on proceed to pay, we're going to select the payment method again, which is this, and click on pay 9. And as soon as we're going to click on pay 9 right over here, yes, you can see payment failed once again. So yes, now what has happened is that InstaMojo has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow, Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further added the failed payment details into our Notion account. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my Notion and check for the new details added. Okay, so I'm just going to open my Notion. Yes, you can see the new details have been added right over here. You can see the name test user, you can see the email, you can see the phone number, and the product name have been added right over here. Okay, you can see the full email right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new failed payment is received, automatically the details would be added without any manual efforts. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now I'll just summarize it for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected InstaMojo V2. For the trigger event, we selected failed payment. For the action application, we selected Notion, and then for the action event, we selected create database item, because I wanted that as soon as a new failed payment is received, automatically the details of that failed payment should be added to my Notion database. And as you can see that we were successful with our workflow too, where I've added 2 payment details which I received from the InstaMojo right over here in this database during this video right automatically. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just load this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.